this program. Welcome to Abntv newspaper review. Here with me I have the Punch newspaper. The headline here with me, the Punch newspaper. Inferior fuel. Federal government demand Dangote refinery issues reports. Others new tests. Now the story in details. Inferior fuel. Federal government demand Dangote refinery issues reports. Others new tests. The federal government, through the Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, is expecting fresh reports to confirm the real carbon of contents of the issues produced by the Dangote refinery. As the company claims of inferior fuel productions, the MMDPRO spokesman George Anin, in an interview with The Punch on Sunday, said the agency had done the right and the job would not engage in a medium fight with anybody over the claims made by the NMDPRA chief executive, Frank Ahmed, that Dangote issued has made sulfur content than imported one. According to NEITA, the authority has about 15 engineers and scientists embedded in the Dangote refinery, whose fresh reports about the refinery sulfur commissioning stage. Inferior fuel. Federal government demand Dangote refinery issue reports, others new tests. The full details of this story is on page 2 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me, the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Argon Old NNC meeting says local governments can tackle insecurity. Following the recent judgments of the Supreme Court which granted autonomy to the 774 local government areas in the country, the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria have vowed to collaborate with the various state governments to tackle insecurity. This was contained in a communique on Sunday at the end of 48th National Executive Council meeting of the association, which was held in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital. It was jointly signed by the Angon chairman in Gombe and Ogun states, Sani Aruna and Eniola Gaza, respectively. According to the members of Argon, expressed their readiness to embark on meaningful projects in their respective local government areas that will have positive impact on their lives of their people. During the 3 days gathering in Lafia, the Argon NIC expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu and the judiciary for the respective roles they played in ensuring that local governments function properly and enshrined in the national constitution. The read in the part, it is important to say that the local government council have the capacity to address issues of insecurity in collaboration with state governments and address all its responsibilities like primary health care, basic education, water, rural development, and other critical infrastructures as enshrined in the 4th schedule to the 1999 Constitution. The NEC appreciates all the private concerns institutions made valid presentation at the council meeting on the development of local governments and pledged to collaborate in the interest of the larger populace of the grassroots. Argon Old NEC meeting says local government areas can tackle insecurity. The full details of this story is on page 9 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Council seek National Building Code enforcement. The Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria and the Council for Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria have called on the government to enforce the building regulations in the country. This is to coming after a series of building collapses recorded in the country in recent years. Nigeria experienced 136 building collapses and at least 26 deaths between 2022 and 2024. Between January and July 14, 2024, the country recorded at least 22 collapses over 22 deaths. According to the Building Collapse Prevention Guide, the first building collapse in Nigeria occurred in October 1974 in Oyo State, resulting in 27 deaths. Since then, there have been numerous incidents, including the tallest building collapse in Lagos on November 1, 2021, which killed 52 people, Carbon and Current have noted that with concern the regulatory flames in the enforcement and prosecution of building violators in the country. They spoke at different press briefings in Abuja recently. The president of Quran, Professor Sadiq Abubakar, stated the leading causes of collapse vary from one location or the other, but from investigation and research conducted over time. They include the use of substandard construction materials, structural failure, illegal changes in the use of buildings, poor soil, geotechnical investigation, and sharp and corrupt practice, among others. He was also concerned about the proliferation of illegal miners within residential areas who had compromised the structures of buildings. The proliferation of the illegal miners, even within residential areas, as reported in some quarters, is a danger to the structural stability of buildings, he said. Council seek National Building Code enforcement. The full details of this story is on page 14 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, CNG federal government vowed 36 billion naira to convert 30,000 vehicles. The federal government will spend an average of 36 billion naira to convert 30,000 petrol or diesel powered vehicles to start on running on compressed natural gas in the next 90 days. The government said it had acquired 30,000 CNG conversion kits for distribution free of charge, distribution for nationwide within the period. The kits and the conversion costs were valued at the rate of the 1.2 million naira per vehicles, making a total of 36 billion naira within the next 3 months. The move is to ensure the adoption of the CNG as an alternative fuel for transportation. The project director and the chief executive professor of the Presidential Comprised Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, stated this during the Park to Park CNG mobilization program held at the Ojota Park in Lagos on Saturday. Oluwagbemi said President Bola Tinubu is taking steps to ensure transportations use CNG to replace high-period petrol and diesels, believing this will reduce the cost of transportation and, by extension, the rising cost of food incomes. The PNG boss said the president is interested in distribution 1 million CNG kits to commercial drivers across Nigeria as palliatives. Today, we are here with conversion kits. We have brought over 30,000 of these kits, mainly for distribution in the next 90 days. This will ensure that commercial transport workers can benefit directly from the palliative of the federal government. For the reason, we are here in Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, OSUN, and Oyo states are also here with us. We will all benefit from this immediate palliative. The president has told us that this is not just to end with 30,000 kits. The target is 1 million kits, and we must benefit from this government's initiative, he stated. CNG federal government votes 36 billion naira to convert 30,000 vehicles. The full details of this story is on page 11 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. And before we go to another edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper, if you'd like to watch your live and direct on our media and our program inside the paper, you can watch your live and you can click on www.abntv network, click on www.abntv network on our social media. We have the Facebook, we have the YouTube, we have the Twitter, we have the Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click on Abntv OSUN, and likely on our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigeria, and we also have our Instagram, Abntv Nigeria, and lastly on our Twitter, Abntv OSUN. Try to share and comment and subscribe if you like to watch it live and direct to our website. And before we go to another edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper, let's listen to what we have for you in our studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 OSUN Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back, and I hope we enjoy what we have here in our studio. Now to another second edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper. Dangote, our refinery, enjoys repeated patronage from Europe, Singapore, offshore and home. Prayer months on Ladoja to accept bidded crown. Now the story in details. Adeleke University confirms honorary doctorate on Professor Falola. Adeleke University Ede Osun State on Sunday conferred an honorary doctorate of letters on renowned historian Professor Toyin Falola. Falola was conferred with the award as the 10th convocation ceremony held at the Alhaji Remi Sani Stadium of the institution. In his acceptance speech, the Nigeria-born US-based professor of history said he received the award on behalf of his fellow students. Falola, who said he is now an alumnus of Adeleke University, promised to engage in action that will promote the university. I am receiving this award on behalf of my fellow students because I am now an alumnus of Adeleke University. I will not do anything to tarnish the image of the institution. Rather, I will work to promote the university. Falola, who had earlier delivered his commencement speech on the relationship between spirituality and sausage, urged the graduates to take inspiration in the life of Pro-Chancellor of the University, Dr. Deji Adeleke, whom he described as a philanthropist personified. He noted that Dr. Adeleke had been helping people and that providing education is the most important thing he had done. Falola also urged the graduate students to be good ambassadors of the institution, urging them to not seek quick shortcuts to make it in life. You should not do anything that can bring disrepute to your families or the institution. You must always be good ambassador of Adeleke University. Adeleke University confers honorary doctorate on Professor Falola. The full details of this story is on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Nationwide protest. National President of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture charges OPS and other stakeholders to embrace peace and shun violence. The National President of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Dele Oye, has urged the organized private sector of Nigeria and other stakeholders to play a proactive role in encouraging their local governments and states to maintain peace and refrain from any form of violence amid plans of nationwide protests over the rising cost of living and the economic hardship in the country. In a statement, Oye noted that as the stakeholders in the economic and social stability of the nation, no one can benefit from a crisis situation, according to him, in light of the anticipated protests across Nigeria. Earnestly appeals to all our partners, the organized private sector of Nigeria, and our members to play a proactive role in encouraging their local communities, cities, and states to maintain peace and refrain from any form of violence. We are collaborating closely with the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investments, which recognize that both governments and businesses are significantly affected during the period of unrest. As stakeholders in the economic and social stability of our nation, it is crucial to understand that no one can benefit from any crisis state or situation. Oye charge, we urge you to disseminate this message to peace and calm, emphasizing the importance of dialogue and non-violent approaches to conflict resolution. Nationwide protests. The national president of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture charges OPS and other stakeholders to embrace peace and shun violence. The full details of this story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Solution to current hardship will not be spontaneous. a financial management consultant and senior lecturer in the University of Abuja, Dr. Segun Abiodun Shadrach, has said that the present economic woes in the country do not just happen, stressing that the desired solution may not also well be spontaneous. Speaking with the journalists in Ilorin at the weekend, the financial aspects expressed optimism that things will change positively before the year runs out. The banking and finance lecturer, who blamed successful administrations for the present poor economic situation in the country, said that the situation has been on and dragging till now. He enjoined Nigerians lamenting the present economic hardship to tally along and rally around President Bola Tinubu for the success of his programs and policies. He said the president's move, if tolerated and endure, all are the needed sustained bump that will propel Nigeria to greater higher. Consequently, Adelodun predicted major stakeholders in the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Telecommunication, noting that the development will strengthen the economic. Solutions to current hardship will not be spontaneous. The full details of this story is on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Cost saving. EcoBank to host SMEs on solar energy as alternative power source. EcoBank Nigeria, a subsidiary of the EcoBank Group, has said that all is set for its SMEs conference on the use of solar energy is alternative source of power for businesses in Nigeria. The monthly venture conference is part of the bank MSME Growth series designed to empower SMEs in the country. The conference is stated for Tuesday, July 2023 at 10 a.m. and it will be facilitated by co-founder CEO of Rana Energy, Abraham Mohammed. Announcing the planned venture conference in Lagos Head, the SME EcoBank Nigeria, Omoboye Odu, said it was one of the several ways the bank supports its customer, stressing that the choice of the topic and its subject matters specialized as a guest speaker underscored the importance of power of the growth and development of small businesses. According to her, the conference will also explore energy challenges as it affects small businesses, benefits of solar energy as an alternative source of power, and how to transition to solar energy, adding that participants would also have the opportunity as pertinent questions. Cost saving. EcoBank to host SMEs on solar energy as alternative power source. The full details of this story is on page 14 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Minimum capital requirement. Insurance reform bill PEC. Non-life as 25 billion naira. Life 15 billion naira and reassurance 45 billion naira. The insurance reform bill passed for second reading last week by the Senate has pegged the minimum capital base for non-life insurance business at 25 billion naira, life business, and 15 billion naira and reinsurance 45 billion naira. The bill stipulates that the risk-based capital will be determined from the time to time by the National Insurance Commission. In Section 15, subsection 1, titled Minimum Capital Requirement, the bill states that a person shall not carry an insurance business in Nigeria unless the insurer has and maintains while carrying on that businesses a minimum capital. In the case of non-life insurance businesses, the hire of 25,000 naira or a risk-based capital determined from the time to time by the Commission. Minimum capital requirements. Insurance reform bill PEC, non-life at 25 billion naira and life 15 billion naira, reinsurance 45 billion naira. The full text of this story is on page 16 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Senator to train 130 youths on crop animal production in Bauchi. About 130 youths have been selected for training and empowerment on crops and animal production, as well as agricultural extension services in Bauchi State, in order to promote food availability and security. The selected youths are to undergo the training under the empowerment program of the senator representing Bauchi South Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Shehu Baba Uman. Mohammed Dauru, one of the program coordinators, stated this on Saturday during the distribution of the training forms of the selected youths in Bauchi. According to him, the youths were selected across the 7 local government areas of the Bauchi South Senatorial District of Akali, Bauchi, Bangari, Daus, and he said that the senator's attention has diverted to agricultural, where he thought it was wise, and mandated them to select 130 participants to be trained on both crops and animal production, as well as agricultural extension services. They will be trained on crop production like rice, maize, soya beans, and others. There is also a portion of animal production which consists of the process of raising and breeding animals for various purposes such as meat, milk, egg, and other animals products, is said. At the end of the program, they will be able to have the knowledge of farming in both crop and animal production, financial management of farming, and they will also know how to farm some selective crops that are more predominant in the state and animals that are predominantly reared in the states. They will also know how to monitor and evaluate a particular farm and the safety precautions that are within the farming activities, is said. Also speaking to newsman Musa Idi, the second program coordinator said that after the training, each of the beneficiaries will be empowered with some farming equipment that consists of a solar power spraying machine. After giving them the empowerment materials, they will be given as allowance that will help them to start something. With this, they will be able to start a small farming businesses and put what they have learned into practice. This is going to help them a lot as the move by the senator is the urge world cheer toward eradicating poverty, is said. One of the beneficiaries who spoke on behalf of others, Mohammed Ibrahim, lauded the senator for initiating the training and promised to make effective use of it. Senator to train 130 youths on crops, animal production, and Bauchi. The full details of this story is in page 24 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And that's what we have for you in the newspaper review. And if you'd like to follow us on our newspaper review that's commenced every Monday and Saturday by 11, you can click on our website, www.abntv network. On our website, click on www.abntv network. On our social media, we have the Facebook, we have the YouTube, we have the Twitter, we have the Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click on ABNTV Nigeria. On our YouTube, you can click on ABNTV Nigeria. On our Facebook, you can click on ABNTV Austin. On our Twitter, you can click on ABNTV Austin. And lastly, on our Instagram, ABNTV Nigeria. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Bye for now.